It's time.
Ladies, gentlemen, and all of you despicable people that watch this show, we're here with Gabriel Omassi.
Hello. Hi. Sorry. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Gabriel, it's been a long time.
Yeah, man. It's a long time coming.
Yeah, I wanted you on for a long time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I was waiting for you to do something that we could promote.
Yeah, I only figured out the internet last week. You know?
That's what I was saying. I said, fucking, if I'm going to bring you on, I want people to be able to click on links.
Yeah. And now I got a lot of links.
Yeah, now you're doing, would you call them sketches?
No, I just talk to the camera now and then just riff, really. Just conversations and some sketches.
I've been watching the videos. You've been making videos.
But the thing is, like, sketches, I used to make sketches, and now I think sketches are kind of a waste of time. Like, it's so much effort putting in to, like, something that, like, the same amount of people or probably more people would watch just me just talking about anything, me talking about eating a sandwich rather than, like, something I put a lot of thought into.
Oddly enough, people do watch, like, even this is mostly, it's just us shooting the shit.
Yeah.
It is insane how many people are like, yeah, just talk.
Yeah, and it's way easier, and it's... And I feel, and it's fine. Like it's, I'm naturally a piece of shit. I love eating sandwiches and gnocchi and what? Yeah, no, you too.
Yeah, I love sandwiches.
Yeah, dude. I can talk about sandwiches all goddamn day.
Can I just say that must have been the most natural answer he's ever given to a question. He didn't even think. Yeah, I was just saying, he's like, I love sandwiches. I like where this is going.
Everything about sandwiches.
I didn't do any research for this show, but like now that I know it's in my wheelhouse, I feel comfortable. That's insane. So yeah, Poseidon's in the corner as usual. You went skiing yesterday?
Yeah, I do a lot of skiing.
Do you like skiing?
Well, I don't have because usually like I blow all my money or a lot of my money like doing like bullshit like going out to a bar or whatever.
As you should.
Or drinking beer at home. But now there's no bars.
No.
And I don't drink really anymore. So I just blew it all on like ski shit.
You still writing?
Writing?
For stand-up.
What's a writing?
You're not doing any writing? You're not?
I don't know. I'm just fucking around. I don't know. What am I
did you go in full fuck around mode now that everything's closed, or are you in preparation mode?
Oh, I'm just only doing YouTube stuff, and I'm working nonstop at like
you're doing something.
Yeah. Stand up, I don't see it coming back for like months and months and months. And I usually only write on stage anyway. Like I have a stupid idea, and then I just talk about it on stage.
Work it out, and then if this works, I keep it.
Yeah. And it's like I'm trying to be more topical on stage, just because that's what people seem to only give a fuck about. Like Larry King died. I didn't write anything for that though.
Yeah, but, Larry King's dead.
Yeah.
Famous brother of Stephen King. You remember Poseidon? Larry King is dead.
Wasn't that guy with the glasses?
Yeah. He died. He died, yeah.
Oh, he passed away? Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Rumor has it Stephen King may have had it in for him, though. It was a brotherly thing.
Yeah, he wrote all those books about killing Stephen King, his brother.
Yeah, that's what I think pissed him off.
Yeah.
You guys are messing with me.
He's so pissed off right now because he's like, I can't tell if the gag is that it's his brother or that he killed him. So I don't know where to go with this because if I'm wrong...
They're not actually brothers, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, the Kings.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. You thought it was a coincidence, but you think two people are named King? Are you crazy?
And his wife is her maiden name is Queen.
Which is why there was all those jokes about the royals. Yeah. You never understood why those references were there.
God,
Martin Luther was her cousin. Yeah, he is dead though.
He was a pretty shitty interviewer. Like he didn't do any preparation. He got everyone's name wrong.
Wrong, yeah.
Pissed off Jerry Seinfeld and Madonna's name wrong. Madonna and all that shit.
No, the funniest thing he ever did was with who's that fucking lady? Polanski's ex-wife.
Oh,
so Sharon Tate's sister, I think.
Yeah.
And he had Sharon Tate's sister on. He's like, you still keep in touch with Roman Polanski. For those of you who don't know, Roman Polanski was the director who he raped people. He did some fucked up shit.
He also did Rosemary's Baby and Chinatown. And did he do Chinatown? Yeah.
Did he did Chinatown? Yeah, Rosemary's Baby. I saw it recently.
Yeah, that's okay. They're all just like boring 70s movies where like my dick goes faster than these fucking movies. Like they're all just so slow and garbage.
But they were the shit at the time, and he was viewed as one of the best directors.
People were stupid back then. People
were
dumb. There was no podcast and shit back then.
No. Well, there was no contrary opinion. So if if Variety was telling you it was good, people were like, it must be good. But anywho, so this guy, the Manson murders, they killed Sharon Tate, right? So he's interviewing Sharon Tate's sister. It's like, you still keep in contact with Polanski? And then she's like, yeah, I still keep in contact with Roman. And he's like, how? How can you still speak to the man who brutally murdered your sister? And she's like, Roman didn't murder my sister. He's like, oh shit, yeah. I mean, he was thinking of Charles Manson.
He didn't murder my sister. He raped my sister.
Yeah. And then we found out later that he did some crazy shit to her. Yeah, he would make her do these sex parties and stuff. He was a piece of garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, bad guy. Sorry. Let's bleep all the things you just said just now.
We're not bleeping anything.
Okay, good.
That's the good thing about the internet.
Holy shit. I'm on the internet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I remember when this first started, like a decade ago.
Oh, wow.
It was so hard just to get people to listen to a podcast.
The internet started a decade ago?
For me, it did.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, what the fuck? Why would I if I want to talk radio, I'll just do it on my radio. Why would I go on the internet? The internet is not for that.
Yeah, but what was like approachable radio back then? Like, what was that Mike FM? There's like a little shack on Park Avenue. You go walk in.
I think they moved, but I had tried with them too in the beginning, and they wanted none of it. They said, no one's going to listen to people talk. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was horrible. I once walked in, I sat in some like comedy thing. It was like I forgot who was there, but it was like 3 old comedian guys, and they were like having fun during the commercial breaks, but like during the radio show, like it was as if they got like their dicks ripped off. They're like the most pathetic, boring.
That's the problem with terrestrial radio. So what's happening now, would only happen at breaks.
Yeah.
And off air. And then the second the show starts, like, yes, we're here with Poseidon and Gabriel Omassi. So tell us, guys, jokes. What about him, huh?
Yeah.
It would be crazy. It's like, who the fuck's listening to this? I don't know what it was back then. Everyone was so on edge, even though now we have cancel culture. Back then, everyone was so scared to say the wrong thing, to swear on radio, that they would be uninteresting, unentertaining fucking assholes. And then you'd want to buy tickets to their show. Never. If I hear someone like that. That's why I like the OG New York and Boston comics. They'd go around the States, and every time they were on radio, they would just fuck around. Like, this isn't real.
Yeah.
That's what I like. It's just them being themselves. They're like, why would you want me to fake it up?
Yeah, but even then, now like that is sort of like not dead, but I don't see like that many It feels like, every comedian would go on one radio show. Now all those comedians have their own radio shows that are all just like O&A ripoffs, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, who the fuck is the best one? You never know. They're like Bobby Kelly's one good one, and then there's Come Town, which is another. Do you guys watch Come Town?
Well, Come Town is a Greek star on it too.
Yeah. See, like I think they do it the best because they don't like even try to talk to any guest. They just like do bad songs and they include the word ass in there or dick.
Everyone, I think a lot of the New York guys did well, but everyone right now that tried it and went out on their own and said, fuck it, I'm not going to go through an agent, I'm going to do it myself, did well. Legion of Skanks did well. Andrew Schultz created an empire. Tim Dillon, Calm Town. Like, because that's what it is. You have your fan base. If they like you, they're going to like you. They're going to support you. It's going to slowly get bigger. Instead of you trying to shoehorn into something. And now there's no limit too. So remember how you said like, oh, there's a lot of O&A ripoffs and who's the best one?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because you can listen to all of them.
Yeah,
that's
true.
the beauty of where we are now.
Yeah.
You don't have to pick one.
No.
You have options.
More than one.
Yeah, there's you like a lot of the New York guys? Me, I've always been more because my sense of humor, sensibility has always been New York, Boston, that kind of style. The LA scene, I'm not into a lot of them.
Who the fuck do I even listen to? Mostly like Come Town and like Larry Lawton on YouTube. He's like
I don't know who that is.
He's like a prisoner, and he's out of prison now, and he just talks about how like he was in jail, and I just listened to like this bald fat guy talk about how he's in jail.
Oh, like stories of when he was in jail.
Yeah, I like that, and then I'm like, oh, I want to tell stories, but I don't have any prison stuff.
Never been in prison.
But my dad was in prison, so I tell those stories.
You could tell his stories.
Yeah,
but are there any good stories? Because here the jails. My dad was in prison too.
He was in the U.S. prison.
Okay, that's different.
Fort Dix or Knox or whatever. Or not Knox.
Fort Dick Knox.
Fort Dick Knox.
I think Fort Knox where they kept the gold or whatever.
Okay, the States you'll get some good. Yeah, Fort Knox where they kept the gold. The States you'll get good stories. Here, everyone that I knew that was here was never that interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually it's like, I always ask, like, what type of clothes did you wear in prison? They're like, yeah, that you could wear your own clothes in prison.
What? It's like school here.
Yeah, it's like shitty. It's worse. It's more fun than school because, like, I was at Sinclair Laird, Park X reference, right? And I had to wear a fucking uniform. I looked like a nerd, turtleneck, white and black pants.
Oh, I didn't have the uniform in high school, only in elementary.
Where'd you go to elementary school?
Socrates.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was white trash, Laurel Hill, Sinclair Laird.
So, yeah, you went to Laurel Hill.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to Laurel Hill in high school, but they wouldn't let me in because my mother didn't go to an English school in Quebec.
Okay.
Yeah, so then I ended up in Evangeline and Lado, and
better off.
I mean, I had friends in both. I preferred Evangeline because it was everyone that I grew up with and so it was easier for me. But I knew some people in Laurel Hill too, but I don't think I would have liked Laurel Hill. I learned everything in French, so it would have been weird for me to go to Laurel Hill.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I still don't know French. That's how fucked up. I mean, I'm okay, but like the English school board fucked my future. So I gotta like.
They're both shitty school boards, for the record. I've been to both of them. They're both shit in their own way. For example, myself, I can't do math in English properly because I learned all the terms in French.
Yeah. Now I yell at Alexa really loud how to, what's 2 millimeters and I'm trying to make a cake. Help me.
Yeah. What's this in liters? You know, like, but it's just, you know, all the hard math equations. I learned all the terms in French. So I went to English school for a bit and I was like, ooh, this is impossible. I can't relearn everything.
No.
Like I know how to do it. I just don't get the references.
No.
So yeah, no, they fucked up here.
It's fuck. Who needs it? Like I'm okay. Like I'm a video editor. That's my profession, and I don't use math. I just use my eyes. Everything
I learned about video editing, all through YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube tutorials.
I don't need any of that shit. I was in university. Holy shit, what a waste of time. I hated every professor. I hate.
Where'd you go?
Concordia.
Same.
I was in communication studies. They said like the only reason I wanted to go there is they said it was the best department of communications department in Canada. So I go there and it was like cancel culture before cancel culture. Like it was like super feminist, woke, crazy shit, but like 5 years
before it was mainstream.
And I thought these are fucking lunatics. What the fuck are these people talking about? And then it comes into like mainstream, and I was telling my friends like, listen, man, these people are gonna become like they're
future,
gonna be they're gonna be CEOs telling you to rip your dick off and throw it. Oh yeah, let's cut that. Sorry, you know what I'm saying. But
I felt the same way. I remember in 2008 I got into Concordia. And in the beginning, I was like all excited, you know, I was in university, but I was like, fuck, there's some weird shit going on here. Like I remember the professors, like a lot of stuff they were saying. I was like, this is strange. I feel like I'm in a cartoon. And then it started to permeate into regular society. And I was like, that is so weird. But then it made sense. I'm like, yeah, of course, because these professors are teaching the next generation. Now the next generation, a lot of them are the ones that studied in something that's valuable, are going to the workforce, and they still hold these weird beliefs.
Yeah.
So now it's spreading everywhere. And then you saw it start dominating culture. Yeah.
They even try to castrate you like emotionally. Like I remember I was talking and it was some TA class. It was like a seminar where like the TA was teaching, and I was talking about like the topic, and I said the word, and it's amazing. I said like, it's amazing. And then after the class, she took me, the TA, and was like in this class, try not to use words like amazing, because
why the fuck not?
Because it's like not what I meant to say. Like what I meant to say was that's really interesting, or that's something we should think about. But I said it's amazing, and she was like, wrote my name down and sent it to the Nazis or whatever, you know.
But isn't it crazy what they focus on?
Yeah, and I didn't understand at the time. I was like, okay, well. And then at the time, I was thinking about doing stand up, and it took me so fucking long. I did a few open mics during university, and it was like everyone at the time was like a piece of shit in the Montreal scene, like so mean and horrible and dog shit bastards, right? And then it took a while for everyone to kind of chill out, and then I really dropped out of university.
I know the moment in university where I realized like it wasn't for me, and that they only want you to think like them. And it was I was trying to get more credits, and I took a class in the summer. So imagine this now: the summer everything's nice, and then I have to go in at night for 3 hours. But it was a philosophy class, and I got into an argument with the guy who was teaching. I don't know if it was a real professor or a fucking TA, because who teaches it's because there was an argument about how everything this reality is not real. He says, prove to me that it's not real. So it's like this, like basically you are a figment of my imagination. So he was saying that he is a figment of my imagination. And I was like, no, but that's like, look, that's just lunatic shit. Like clearly this is real. You're your own person. I'm my own person. Like, no, we'll prove that how can you prove that I'm not a projection from inside your head? And I told him, because I'm getting very frustrated right now, and I don't think I would annoy myself on purpose at this level. And he's like, what do you mean it's annoying? It's just it's not a conversation. You're an individual, I'm an individual, we're meeting. He's like, well, how do you know this is not all projected? I go, because I'm not high. Because I am not high. I know that this is not, and I was getting into this whole thing, and he just wanted me to say, yeah, maybe it is a projection, but I never did. I was like, this is fucking stupid. And he was pissed, and I remember that moment, I was like, yo, he just wants me to agree.
Yeah.
But this is crazy to me. This is crazy.
That's what happens when a park Xer goes to university. Yeah. You're like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Give me whatever. You know?
Yeah, but that's really what it is.
I would have smacked him.
I know what he means though. Like he kind of, I guess he was trying to say is that like, I don't like, I'm walking into this room, I see you two, I don't know what you guys were like, say, like talking about before, or like my perception. He was just trying to like do this jerk off thing where it seemed like he was intelligent, but really like it was like probably like a more simpler point than he was trying to make.
Yeah,
he was just trying to be like, come to my cabin, we'll do mushrooms, and I'll stroke your asshole or whatever.
Something, but he was trying to get, and I hated that people were like, "You're right." And somebody was telling me, you don't exist. I'm projecting you. And I was like, how are you going to be in the workforce? How is this guy going to, where's he going to be in charge of this guy?
This doesn't exist either.
Yeah, no. But these fucking idiots are then going to be on the workforce. You know what I mean? Imagine someone who's in charge of nuclear codes. Like, they don't really exist. Like, it's just crazy. I was like, this is absurd. It's a projection of my imagination. This is all from me.
Oh, all those people dying, yeah, that's a projection of your imagination.
It's
also.
just
Jesus
lunacy.
Christ.
So, but I see, there would be a fun, it could make a fun little show or a nice sketch of like a fish out of water story of someone going to university, like late 2010s, early 2010s, and experiencing that before it became mainstream, like what they thought.
Yeah.
Because I remember people getting scared. My first time buying books, I tried to get them on like cheaper by offering cash. And the girl at the cash was acting like I was committing a crime.
Really? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I understand.
Because at the Concordia bookstore, when you're starting off the year, you start from the bottom. Like there's a whole lineup. You're in the bottom.
Yeah.
You're going all the way up. Books are expensive for no reason. Like this photocopied shit that they're expensive.
know.
So like, let me ask if I pay you cash. Like, we just keep on the side. And I get starts panicking. I was like, calm the fuck down. Don't make a fucking scene. Like I'm gonna get on the side. I'm gonna walk out with these fucking books. No, just panicking. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, this fucking crazy. Then I had to pay by card. She would accept my discount by cash.
And then like some Chinese guy overheard, and then he like started selling books in Depanaires
Across the street. I found out late in my first year there. They're like, what? Because like, isn't this? I was telling someone in class, like, well, let me ask you. Isn't this a little fuck? It's $120 for clearly photocopied pages. And the guy's like, oh, you could go across the street, the photocopy place. The Chinese guy sells whatever you want.
It comes with a Coke and a Pepsi.
Yeah. I was like, get the fuck out. He's like, dude, $20. I was like, $20, $120 book. He's like, yeah, don't worry. And then I learned my lesson. The first year, I didn't know, bro. My discount was me trying to pay cash and someone to go fuck myself.
Yeah, I remember all kinds of students would freak out like they'd pay fucking $800 in books, and they're like,
On principle, I had kept some of those for a while, and then I threw them out. I was like, now they're just taking
What'd you
space.
study in school?
I went in there for history, and then I took marketing management as a minor, and then I just left.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh cool.
I remember I did 1 year in university and dropped out, but I didn't even do it properly.
Oh no, I went, stopped, and then went back, and then I realized it's like as I was wasting money going there. No, it had nothing to do with my career. When I was in games, it had nothing to do with me. In video games, it had nothing to do with any of my. And I was like, what the fuck? Do I restart now? Do I take something that makes more sense? I was like, I don't like this place. Like I wasn't having fun anymore. And I said, fuck, I'm just gonna do my own thing.
It's crazy. Like what I studied in school had nothing to do basically with what I do now, and like. I'm making a good living doing pretty much fun shit. Like I'm just at home editing like cool like videos for like ad agencies and shit. And it's good. I don't know, whatever. Like, and it was all YouTube, like you said. Like I went on YouTube out of necessity because I wanted to like edit a sketch or something, and it just snowballed into like interviewing for like people that like I would never have thought of 5 years ago, you know?
That's what happened to me. I keep telling people like, how do you edit videos? How do you do this? I go, look, honestly, I didn't go to school. Like my buddy Phil next door, who does all kinds of shit with me videos. He went to Trebas. He's an actual filmmaker. Like he went to Trebas. He learned all kinds of shit. But in terms of editing and all the sound stuff and how to set this place up, this was all had nothing to do with my schooling.
So you set all this shit up?
I set all this shit up.
Holy fuck. That's amazing.
All this shit I learned online, man. It wasn't like people are like, oh, that's incredible. You had to study it. No, I just fucking Googled it.
Wow.
Yeah. And also a lot of trial and error. Like I figured how to, because shortcuts, because I was like, I don't have money for that. There must be a better way to do it, a sneakier way. So it was all that. It was just being resourceful with what you have. And it was, but it had nothing to do with my schooling. Everything I'm making money off, I didn't learn in school.
Yeah.
That's what's fucking crazy is the amount of money I spent at school. It never got back to me. All the money I made came from street smarts. It came from just me being resourceful. All my jobs, it came from me being resourceful. School didn't teach me shit. Yeah. It's crazy, when you think about that. Yeah. Like it taught me all kinds of other stuff that I became interested in. Poetry, literature, it's stuff that I like. Yeah. But nothing that I made money off.
True. Like I watched a lot of good movies in university.
Me too.
That's it.
Me too.
I smoked a lot of weed, drank a lot of beer.
I didn't smoke any weed in university. I went to some good parties. I met some cool people in university, but I didn't.
I did try to like develop a little bit of an edge in university because my professors were so hardcore. I would like always kind of go against them, and I kind of was able to develop like balls just by like setting up to like a grown man who could knock you out or whatever, but with my ideas. You know?
I like that. And did you notice that your class, they were a bit softer? They wouldn't want to go against the professor.
Oh yeah. So at the end of the year, I had to in communication studies, you have like streams you go down. There's like video and then intermediate, different types of things. And once you pick your stream, you're stuck in a class with the same students for a whole year, maybe like 15 other students. And at the end of the year, I was on one side and the entire class was on the left side. I was like, I was done. They felt all the projects I did, my art projects, were just trying to attack or fuck with the class somehow. But they were
That's amazing.
They were so well developed though.
That's why I like you.
Like I did, like you ever watch the movie Evil Dead?
Yeah.
So like we had to build like this sculpture or whatever, some bullshit. And
You did Ash?
Oh, it was the Necronomicon. It was the book, right?
Oh, cool.
The book of it. And I did so well, but like everyone was like, that's really interesting. And I'm like, yeah, but it's missing something. And so I go in front of the class and I tell the story how like I showed the movie The Evil Dead to like my two little like cousins who were like 5 years old, and they were like, what? And they drew the pictures inside of the book, right? And it was like a picture of like a man's head chopped off, a guy shitting out blood or whatever, all this horrible shit. But it was all a joke. But the entire class was freaking the fuck out. Like the teacher was like, what the fuck? Like he was upset. And then after the class, he was like, we need to talk. This is, you're breaking morals or whatever. You're fucking with like the fabric of what you're going to get kicked out. Like it's like, it was.
What?
So
No. First of all, you can't. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you some joke stuff. Yeah.
So then I go to the class, to his office, and I say, I'm just joking. Like it's like I was just telling a joke, like I'm a comedian or whatever. And then he's like, okay, I believe you, but you need to tell the class. And I'm like, I'm not telling the class. But then the next class, he says we have like Gabriel has an announcement to make or whatever. And I'm like,
announcement?
Yeah. And I go and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was really a piece of shit about it. And he was like, no, it's fine. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. Like I was like,
I'm sorry, you're a bunch of retards. I can't apologize enough that you're the future of this country. You morons.
It was fun. I mean, that like shit like that, I would do that a lot. And that was fun. Like to get that performative side, like to really like, I would be like, I'm about to do this. I'm about to fucking upset everybody.
It's amazing. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
I remember one time, it was about ethics, but I'm trying to remember the name of the class because you could take it. It was a level 101, whatever classes. And they were showing us a video, I remember, about prostitutes. It was an old documentary about a video in Vancouver, male prostitutes, drug addiction, this whole thing, right? And it was pretty fucked up. And there was moments where you laugh. You're like, look at this fucking crackhead. Like, what's he doing? Anyways. So like one of the, what do we have to do type of thing? Like, what do you guys think after seeing this? And me, I was 100. I was like, look, man, we got to start legalizing prostitution. This and that. I was like, what? Like, how are you getting that from this? And I was like, well, how am I not getting that from this? You've thrown every other problem at it, every other solution at this problem. This was happening. This guy's sucking dick and dying because of heroin. Yeah. I go, fuck, I make it legal. Eliminate the crime, this and that. And they did not agree with me. They did not like
you're being progressive.
I was being super progressive.
That is super progressive.
Same argument I had in high school. I didn't even know anything about prostitutes. Same thing, moral class high school. I was the only one that wrote the paper on it I go, you should just legalize prostitution, eliminate the crime element. And the teacher was like, you're not understanding the concept. It's against women. And I was like, well, I don't understand. Like everything I'm understanding from what I'm hearing is that the bad thing is the pimps, the crime element. I can't tell adults not to do what they're going to do. That's none of my business. It's your business. Why am I getting involved? Yeah. If it's the legal if it's like a joint transaction, he's paying you, you're paying. I don't give a fuck. It's nothing to do with me. Just eliminate the crime, the sex work, like sex slavery, that kind of shit. I go, that's it. That's what we should do. And high school argument told me to go fuck myself. University, same thing. It's like, well, how is that what you're getting from this?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Fuck. But I still believe that. I still believe that if they would legalize it, you would eliminate that.
Oh yeah.
Just like they did with weed, right? There was a lot of people in jail here for stupid weed-related crimes.
It's also like really weird to go to a guy's house and buy weed and shit. And I know people still like to like have that local. I don't mind going to the fucking government and like being like, I'll have that.
Except it's a long lineup right now.
Well, I live in the Plateau, and they open up a new one. Like there's opening up. They're all over now. There's at least like
they're fucking franchising, bro.
Yeah, man, it's sick. You just walk down the road and
when the government starts selling drugs, you know that society's changing. There's a problem. They're like, what do we do, bro? Like, what the fuck do we do?
Yeah, but like, who starts just across the street? You buy like 18 2 fours of Bud Light, you get dead. You know,
all the standards are just they're made up. It's just like gambling. If me and you decide in a basement, we put money down, we start playing poker. That's illegal. You know that, right? That's illegal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're like, this is immoral. You can't gamble, but if you're gonna gamble, come to our casino.
Yeah.
Where gambling is all there is, and people commit suicide off the bridge. You know, like that's
on the way back.
Yeah, they had to put fucking nets.
yeah. So people could stop killing themselves,
Like
but people still
China,
kill
fuck.
themselves. It's just that's the moral. That's what I'm saying is the moral lines are weird. So for the prostitution thing, I was always like, that's that's 2 adults. If it's slavery, different story. You know where we stand with that shit. We're against that kind of stuff. But it's like adults. I don't give a fuck. Who am I to judge what 2 adults are doing? What interaction? It doesn't do with me. I'm for individual liberties. You know?
I'm also for convenience. It makes sense. Like if you're into that type of thing, going to a place that's like nice and clean and safe.
No one's gonna fucking shoot you or
There might be cameras and they might judge your dick size, but that's all. Who cares?
Well, they're gonna judge your dick size, sir.
The government, the goat's like, interesting.
Yeah. It's a mighty penis. Perhaps you should ask this man what to do about this COVID situation. Man has a strong dick. Man has some strong theories.
God damn.
We're not talking about you, Poseidon.
Oh.
No, we were the general John.
Oh.
If your name was John, bro, that's how you know the universe is playing a prank on everyone. If your name was John, you know that if your mom named you John, that would have been the perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine. Just think about it. How crazy would that have been? I'm John. She's like, stop.
You want to laugh? I have thought of actually giving escorts that as my fake name
You should.
to just to mess with them to see the reaction.
But now you don't have an alias anymore because you're bringing escorts onto your shows. Like soon you're gonna be known as the guy that you're not gonna be going after escorts anymore. Soon you're gonna be getting messages. Look, Poseidon, if you want to come, there's a discount for you because you're Poseidon. Just give me a good plug on your show, or whatever. That's what you're setting up to. You didn't realize that. If you keep bringing escorts on your shows, right, and you become friends and you have them on, then you could start promoting their stuff too. They could come on the show, and then on Twitter and stuff, you could promote, hey, this week I'm with fucking Melissa. By the way, if you use promo code Poseidon on her OnlyFans, you get this much off and stuff. You could leverage that. You help them and they help you.
Yeah,
they help you because they're an entertaining guest. You help them, you give them extra eyes.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we didn't assume that you weren't. We're just letting you know that it's there. It's there if you want it.
Yes, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, you're like an internet pimp.
Well, that's what I've been.
That's what you're trying to build to it?
That's what I'm trying to do, actually.
No way.
I've been trying to do this for the longest time. Is to be an internet pimp. I'm gonna start my own.
The goals. I like that you had goals this whole time. I've been trying to build a podcasting empire. You're like, yeah, podcasting, fucking loser. I got this.
No, not like that.
Keep building your empire, stupid.
No, but like I would manage the wing of.
No, the prostitutes are not part of my empire. That's your independent project. They're not a wing of this empire.
Okay, hold on. More like a.
That's an independent venture.
Yes, but like a entertainment thing on the internet, not to pimp them out. Literally,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Look, you've been described by many
Yes.
as if my universe was Entourage, you're the turtle of my sitcom here.
Is that the
okay?
retard?
The turtle.
No, he's not. No, Turtle is not retarded. Turtle is the chubby guy on the side that is you. He doesn't do much. But then, after a couple of years, he starts his own limos, it's called. It's a limo service with whores that are driving you around. Something that you would start.
This is like a Howard Stern thing.
Yeah. So this would be your limos. It's just your side project. You do it on your own. I'm going to try to support you morally.
Well, that's what I've been trying to do for the longest time, actually.
Start a driving thing where the drivers are...
Not something with the internet and with not with just escorts,
like a
per
modeling
se.
agency.
Yeah, like type of shit like that, bro. You know what I mean? Where it's all fun. We take videos. We do like or like going, those man on the street videos where you go and you interview somebody, but then you have a fly ass honey, and then like you ask him questions, or she'll ask a question, something awkward. You know what I mean? And then you get those reactions out of people.
You know?
Like Jay Leno. You're the new Jay Leno.
Jaywalking.
Jay Leno. That's going to be you.
Jay Leno.
Yeah.
Who's Jay Leno?
I'm gonna fucking strangle you. You're gonna Google Jay Leno. He's just a chin with eyes. Google him. It's a giant chin with eyes. How do you not?
He wears denim.
You know who Letterman is? David Letterman?
Oh, I know who Jay Leno is. It's the car guy.
Oh, that's how you know him.
Yeah, he has all those cars.
He's involved in podcasting. He's involved in comedy. We've brought him into big parties. He's been to Netflix. He's met
Jay Leno.
5-star comedians. He doesn't know anything about the business.
Wow. Whatever. I mean, that's just like childhood shit right there. That's all. Like I don't even see him as show business. I just see him as like Jay Leno. In my head, Jay Leno. He's just.
No, but it's more. At least I attribute him to comedy. I think of as a stand. He doesn't make the connection. There's no.
Oh wow. Oh, whatever.
Doesn't know old school late night.
You guys want some vitamin D?
You got some vitamin? No, I took. I have my vitamins at home. I have the same ones. Is that D3? Is that it? Yeah, I got the same ones. I got that. I got zinc. I got all kinds of shit that I've been using. C. Yeah, it helps you fight the COVID apparently.
Yeah, that's what Rogan says, but he's a fucking lunatic.
Well, he's doing well.
Yeah.
So he must know. I mean, he's stayed healthy this whole time.
Did he? But Chappelle caught it, right?
Chappelle caught it. Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen him? He doesn't look as sexy as he used to look.
Chappelle?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
rough.
It looks a little rough, but it's a fucking rough time.
Yeah.
Like imagine the airports now and just traveling and all that. Like it's fucking annoying. Plus the mask situation. Already now, sometimes if you have a lot of errands to run, you feel depleted because there's all those extra steps you have to take now. The extra lines, it's cold out. I don't know about him. He looks disheveled a bit. Yeah, you're right. He didn't look like his old self.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he's just tired.
Yeah, we're all tired, man. Oh, I'm actually okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
I'm doing too many podcasts.
Dude, every day I get notifications, like on YouTube, like morning show.
Yeah. So there's stuff so that's what, because Phil was asking. He's like, my wife was asking me, is he okay? Like, how the fuck's he? Like, it's a lot of shows in it. But I told him, look, everything's like, there's more subscribers, more. You have to keep working.
Dude, so I follow your, because I have this thing on my computer, an extension that kind of reads how many views every channel gets or whatever.
Oh, cool.
So you're on an average of 2,000 views a day.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's way higher. Dude, last year we had 2,000 subs total.
Crazy.
Yeah,
2,000 views a day, pretty much.
Oh, fuck.
Like
that's
almost,
a lot.
Yeah. And I was looking at mine. I'm like, okay, so you compare, I compare shit,
It's I learned it's all about consistency. Keep putting shit out. Like the once a month stuff doesn't work. Even once a week.
Yeah.
I have to keep putting stuff out.
I do 3 times a week now.
That's what that makes everything go up.
Yeah, and I got 100 subs in a month because of that shit.
You continue, it's gonna go 180 a month and 200 a month. And then you're gonna get caught in the algorithm, and then they're gonna keep feeding your channel to people who saw similar stuff because they'll be like, oh, we could feed this guy's channel because he's not gonna stop. He keeps making stuff.
Churning out.
Yeah, as long as you keep making stuff and people watch it, it starts. There's an upward trend.
Fuck yeah, no. I mean, I love doing it.
It's fucking great, bro. We can do so much shit now that you couldn't in the past. Like you couldn't create your own like this is basically a network. You can't do that shit in the past, especially with no money.
Yeah,
we started with absolutely nothing. Like we were in the basement. Yeah. Even before I even met him, I was in the basement doing podcasts.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I remember I met you or I saw you at the Pantelis. And you were like working or something.
Oh, years ago.
Yeah. And I was like wearing I think a Death Squad T-shirt or whatever.
Oh,
And I was like, you like Death Squad? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, oh man, I'm like trying to make you seem like you're like 10 years old or whatever. But and I was like, yeah.
Hey, what's up, you?
I do stand up, And I'm like, oh, cool. And then
you didn't do stand up yet at that time.
No, I just liked podcasts and shit,
Yeah, and then. But I forgot when I saw you at stand up shows. I forgot when you started doing stand up.
I started doing pretty much like 4 years ago, like steady.
No, before that you started open mics though.
Yeah, like a few times, and it was oh my god, it was horrible.
I think I met you through Mike Mayo, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I would see him at shows, nice guy,
And because I think Mayo was like, you probably know him. He's from Park X.
Well, I can't, he's
Mayo,
he's got his funny voice.
He's got his funny voice. He's been on here a lot. I got to call him to come on. Actually, I haven't heard from him in a while. Hopefully he's still alive. But yeah, and then I was like, yeah, of course I know Gabriel. And then it's like, yeah, we're kind of related. Me and Gabriel, we're kind of we're not related by blood, but if you go through marriage or whatever, like my aunt is your grandmother.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's fucking funny. That's a small world situation. When everybody was talking about, there's another Greek doing stand-up.
Yeah.
It doesn't fall that far. Like we're somehow related.
Yeah. And I'm related through marriage to Angelo Tsaroukas.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, that's weird. I've never met him. I've had his album since I was like 5 years old or whatever because like my mom would listen to it.
Yeah.
Or that in Basel.
Oh, I've met both. I've done shows with both of them. Angelo Tsaroukas had me a few years ago open for him. I think it was a year before or 2 years before I started 2 Drink Minimum in Ottawa and then here in Montreal. And I remember, at Laval rather, and I remember telling him because we have different sense of humor. And I was like, are you fucking sure about this? Because if people are expecting your kind of jokes, they're not going to like the shit that I have to offer. It's like, no, it'll work. And in Ottawa, for some reason, because I guess they're so, closed. You know, it's political and they're scared to say the wrong thing. So there it worked. There was like a release, like, what? This guy's talking about fucking people sucking dicks in jail and all that. Like, it worked, you know? But then here, I remember in Laval, they're like, oh, like they were all offended.
So uptight, man.
But then, then after it made my night, because I was like laughing. I go, so many people got mad. And it made me so happy inside. I was like, you fucking idiots.
That's funny.
Yeah. And Basil too, I remember at the Nest, I had done some shows. He was nice. Basil, but different sense of humor. Like with Basil and stuff,
they
we're
do the
completely
same act,
different.
so.
Yeah, but with me, it's completely different.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I can't. You know what I do on stage? I don't do any stereo. Like I do stereo. I make fun. Like I do racist shit, but I don't do any stereotypical. Like what's the deal with Sulaki? I can't do that shit.
No, you're your own man.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to do that stuff. Even though people tell me
Be a millionaire, but
yeah,
no.
well that's what they said. They go, you know how much money you can make? Just do the like. First of all, I'd kill myself.
Yeah.
Going town to town, being like, guys, what's up with tzatziki? I'd shoot myself in the fucking head. Shoot myself.
Holy shit.
First of all, I'd be like, why are you here? Why are you paying money to watch me talk about goats? Like, what's going on? I'd be concerned for my people.
Well, you know what I think it is? I used to enjoy Basil's comedy when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, this is the thing. We're not talking shit about them. What I'm saying is everyone has, you could double down on that because you like it and you're passionate about that. I have zero passion for that whole gimmicky shit. I can't do it.
No, but what I think it is that I guess
more power to him if he could do it.
Yeah, of course. People, it's like Italian comedy, you know, here in Montreal. I think they're so ingrained in their culture, like Greek culture, you know, and their community that they know that it's kind of some parts of who they are and what they do are kind of ridiculous, and then to see it come alive on stage and jokes, is fun.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. There's a market for it. There's a huge market. It's just how are you willing? Like when I bring in the Greek stuff, I bring it in differently, like because I don't want it to be stereotypical inside joke for Greeks. I want it to be look, we're all gonna make fun of Greeks together. You know, like when I used to back in the day when the economic thing had happened.
Oh yeah.
Remember? And I was ripping Greece and myself and all that. Everyone can laugh at it because it was relatable. Like, oh, this guy's. Except for that one idiot at the communist was like, you shouldn't make fun of the crisis in Greece. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking? I can't make fun of the Greek economy.
Serious.
Yeah. And he wasn't even a Greek guy. I was like, a Greek guy can't make fun of the Greek economy.
Yeah. He's like, I'm an analyst ridiculous. And it just offends me.
Yeah. Just so simple. But I've heard, dude, people have come to me with the dumb. I was like, is this guy joking? This is not a conversation I want to have right now. Because you always have these weird people that it's the dumbest thing that'll set them off. They'll laugh about anything. Child labor, whatever you want, they'll laugh about it, and then you'll hit something like
the deficit. You're
the deficit, and like whoa! My father died for the deficit. Like it's just like crazy shit. You never diabetes, really? We're going down that route. I was fine when we're making fun of the retards, but the diabetes, that's a different subject. It's just crazy where everyone draws the line.
Oh fuck!
I don't know, but podcasting is the future, dude.
Yeah, I did a podcast for a bit with my friend, but then like COVID happened, and then I didn't want to like. He was scared of meeting me and all that shit, so I just said fuck it. I do one with my girlfriend. I don't put it on YouTube, but it does okay on Spotify. Like it, I don't know. I get whatever okay downloads, and I'm
on Spotify
on just all the platforms.
Yeah, it's just audio.
Yeah.
As long as you promote it, I think it'll do well. Like people are always looking for something to consume, especially audio.
I'm looking at like the metrics, and it's like all from fucking Liberia or whatever. Though I it might be, or like Taiwan and like weird like expat countries or whatever. You know, because she's British, right? So it's all UK and all that area. That bullshit or whatever.
UK we get a lot. We get the French cast is big in France and Belgium too, which is fucking strange. But it's in French, so they speak it, so I guess it makes sense. But for the English one, I used to have times where I would be like in the top 10 in Romania, in fucking and I was like, is this expat countries? Like, why are they listening to me? You know, making jokes.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I don't believe it. I don't know. I just keep doing it.
It's all a scam.
Yeah.
It's
just trying to make me do more podcasts and pay for their service.
You pay for the services?
I pay like $10 a month or
to
whatever.
Who?
To Podbean or whatever.
Oh, yeah, you're with Podbean. So there's different options too.
Oh, yeah.
There's Acast is a good option because they'll distribute it everywhere for you. They give you detailed analytics of everything. So you know who's getting what, where, you know, where to double down on, what descriptions are working, all that shit. So that helps. There's different services like that for like if you're going to pay money.
Yeah.
You might as well get the best out of it.
That's one, yeah. Well, the one I do with my girlfriend is actually like a funny idea. It's like just different ways we would murder each other. Just
Every episode?
It's called how, like, what's bugging you about, like, what's bugging us about each other and how we would kill each other in that way. Like, we're using the thing. And it's
Okay, I like this. We're going to put the link in the description.
It's called I Love You, I Kill You.
I like this. I
Yeah.
love you, I kill
like
you.
that.
It's very, it's like very cute. And then we just like, it's very like, how's your day? How's your day? And like, all right, so what's pissing you off about me? And then it's like, oh, you've been leaving your socks. The way I would murder you with the socks, I'd fucking rip your dick off and like tie it or whatever, shit like that. Just dumb.
This is a good fucking it's a good. I like it. Me and him had discussions about like original concepts for shows. I like that. Like one time on my show, Dave Merhej was talking about he wanted to start a podcast, and I don't think he did yet, but it was such a good idea. He said he wanted to do a podcast where he interviews his exes.
Oh, it's amazing.
On all the shit that was wrong with him and why they broke up, right? Stuff like, and it's like, fuck, that's hilarious because you're gonna talk to people who are not public personas and they don't like you anymore because you broke up, and you're like, no, but honestly, what really bothered you? There's something funny about that.
Yeah.
There's some. I like that kind of outside the box.
Yeah.
So I Love You, I Kill You. Available now. But you guys only do it audio?
Well, we recorded all video too. I just don't
Release it?
Yeah, I just have it. I eventually, like, I might even just put it on my YouTube channel, like, just every week. I don't know. Or should I start its own YouTube channel?
I don't know anymore because I thought I did the same. I had the same questions, but now I just put everything on one. Like I have my one channel here, and I put even the intellectuals, all that on one channel, and it works because I think it's easier for people. Because then when they're on, they're kind of hooked. They have a lot of options. I even put my French stuff on the channel, even if you don't speak French.
Yeah.
And then some people who speak kind of French are like, okay, let me watch it. And then they'll get into it. But put it all in one place.
I have to dippity dip.
Your lady of the evening has arrived. All right, buddy, go. You can give her the tour, but not this place. This you'll give it to her after. We're busy.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to do video more, like, but posting it on like the YouTube channel. I don't know. I think I might have to do that.
If for numbers, because it took me a while to get any traction on YouTube.
Exactly. Like now, every video I expect to get a certain amount of views, and then if I have to restart from zero on another channel,
don't do the other channel.
Yeah.
Make it all like me. It's Pantelis comedy. You would be Gabriel, and just put everything. That's your spot on YouTube. So if they want to find anything you're working on, they go on YouTube. They know your channel. They don't have to, because you're gonna lose people if you put it somewhere else. Because somebody might look at your channel. Oh, I thought maybe they had videos of I Love You, I Kill You. Oh, they don't. So fuck it. They won't see it. Yeah, put it all in one place. People go, they subscribe, and they get everything. There's a new show. They might like that too.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that tonight.
Yeah, dude, it's a good idea because you gain track. Like me, I leveraged it, so I gained a lot of traction audio, and I was like, let me try to get them to watch on YouTube. Which it's still, the video views are still far behind compared to the audio. It's too. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's possible to have them at a 1-for-1 ratio. Most people still like to listen to podcasts. Yeah. So I brought this up on a live stream once just to ask, and people were writing, they go, even me personally, I'm watching the video, but I'm not really watching. I listen to it in the background. I don't even have the screen up. So sometimes I'll watch your videos, they go on YouTube, your podcast, instead of audio, but I'll just lower it and work. So it's just how they consume it. They still consume it audio.
If they can get the compression down on YouTube like low enough that I could just do it off like data, I would be only on YouTube, Yeah. Just that data just fucks me in the ass, It's just so much. I've got to pay Bell money,
How does Spotify do it now with Rogan's? Because Rogan's podcast, the way they do it on Spotify, I have to say, I think it's the best method. Because it's the video just like it was on YouTube. Yeah. And there's no lag or anything. You lock your phone, it just continues in audio, or you can lower it. I don't know how they do it.
Though. There's no comments. I love the comments. I fucking love the comments. But I don't know. I think like it downloads both if you were to download it, I think it downloads both the video and the audio. And if you turn off your phone, it switches just to the audio. Apparently.
It just continues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or they're both, I guess, playing simultaneous, and one's muted.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. I made all that up too. I have no idea.
But they do have to download both, right? Because they're both working. So they do have to. It's just I wonder how they did that. That's actually like when he went over there, people were concerned. Well, what the fuck? We watch video, and I was like, you know what? Apart from the comments, which you're right, that's completely missing. The way they did it was a good method.
Yeah.
Like I was surprised. I was like, oh fuck, a video actually works well with Spotify, like the way they're thinking.
I thought that Spotify was gonna end up competing with YouTube, which would be fucking amazing because then we'd have like not a
we
monopoly.
Need competition.
Yeah.
They might.
I hope to God, because then everyone just starts posting shit, and you have like, okay, we're the first people to post. Okay, we're at the top right now. Okay, we win. Yeah. Shit like that. Just like I already have this backlog of shit to shove there, you know?
They might actually do. You know what I'm thinking? First of all, your podcast, this will motivate the fuck out of you. So, you know, when you look at rankings and you can actually see your podcast in a ranking, like they're visible, you're like, oh, I made it in a rank.
Yeah.
You know how good that is? You know how many podcasts are out there?
A lot, yeah.
2 million. Over
What?
2 million
Holy
podcasts.
shit.
Yeah. You're gonna, if you've seen more than 800 or 1,000 of them, it's a miracle.
Oh, wow.
Because there's people that start podcasts all the time and they're on all the platforms, but they have one listener or two. So the fact that you're gaining traction, people are listening, that's a good thing. That should motivate you to keep going.
Yeah.
Because I one time I was like, oh fuck, I'm pissed. Like I remember in Canada, I was like reaching high, but I was like, oh, what the fuck? I'm 7th, I'm 4th. Why can't I go to 3rd or 1st? But it's almost impossible to the top 3, you know? And I was pissed off about it. And then I was looking at the stats on Spotify. They're like, you know, Spotify hosts over 2 million podcasts. I was like, oh, then I should shut the fuck up. Yeah, then I should shut the fuck up. Like the second I make it to the top 100, I should keep my fucking mouth shut.
2 million? There's 2 million people making podcasts. That doesn't make any sense. How the fuck does
Everywhere.
There's 2 million people with computers and microphones being like, okay, guys, what the fuck are we going to talk about?
And there's probably people like me who create multiple podcasts. It's just that, let's say one guy's like, I'm going to do my show about water cups, and then another one about this, and no one's listening. They have no... Because it's hard. Dude, even me, I had a bit of a fan base, and it was super hard to start. So, like, imagine you have zero... You're not a public figure. You're very good at stocks, let's say the stock market. You work for a company, and you're amazing, and you're entertaining. But nobody knows. You put your podcast up, nobody knows.
Yeah. I'm getting good with tags and shit on YouTube. I can see exactly where my shit is like ranking in tags and shit.
That I don't know how to use
Dude,
yet. The metadata and all that shit, I'm very bad at it.
I use this extension called TubeBuddy. It's going to blow your mind, man. It's like, it tells you exactly, if you type in a keyword, it'll tell you where your channel will rank if you post that tag.
Okay. So I use none of this.
Oh, dude.
Imagine if I would use it.
I did a video where like I look at like, cause I had this thing called trypophobia. I'm disgusted by like a lot of holes. I don't, you know what I'm talking about? It's like this really weird,
like any hole, like Swiss cheese, crevices on walls.
Let's say like a bunch of holes. It kind of like looks like a wound or something.
Yeah.
It looks just gross. So I did a video and that was getting views just by YouTube searches through keywords I did. So I made another one like recently, a similar, like a sequel to that, with the same exact keywords, and that was like referring to that one because it's like the same keywords and everything, and you can see exactly where like
it's called Tube. What's it called?
TubeBuddy.
I think I've heard of this before.
Pretty good. No, it's fucking sweet.
Really?
Yeah. And you could just it's like you also like gotta let's say your keywords right have to be in your description, and some of that has to be in your title of the video, and that's when it pops up like higher ranking.
Interesting.
Shit like that. Like, and then that's how I was able to get like some subs just by just shit like that.
Man, I do none of that. Imagine if I would do that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, but I think you're doing like, I think you're maybe above that now.
I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy that it keeps growing. Yeah. Patreon's like everything's growing, but that's what's crazy. People are like, "Oh, it's impressive. You're good at what you do." But apart from this I understand. I like stand up and podcasting. I understand. I'm good at what I do in this facet. All the stuff outside, I consider a lot of it luck because I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know why the channel grows. I don't have a metric to be like, it grew because people like listening to this. It's just me talking. Yeah. So I have no idea really on what's happening.
I think you probably get like bumps from like guests and shit.
I get bumps
from people are like, oh, let's stay forever. You know?
Yeah, well, I get bumps from because my guests range from everyone. Like I have friends that I bring on. I had David Icke on, like so comedians or non. So it's just you get different people from different like sections of the internet that come on board. I think that helps too. Yeah. Because then my videos will probably pop up in other people's searches. Yeah. But again, I think is the consistency. Ever since I got consistent, everything started to grow.
Yeah, that's cool. Shit. Yeah, like I was even on like Jofo. You know Jofo?
I had the Jofo guys on. I've done their show too. I like Jofo.
I fucking love Jofo. Yeah. Like their shit is so stupid and funny, you know? And you do that and you get like subs from them and shit like that, you know?
Well, me, I have, hopefully in the future, I have plans for these guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I want them to do more. Like I want them to get bigger. Just thinking of a way to do it. I don't know. Like I plug them, but I don't know what else to do. But I'm going to figure something out.
Yeah.
Some kind of collaboration or whatever. Because they're better than their sub count would dictate.
They haven't been doing that long, like a year, no?
No, more than a year. But they're way better than what their subs show. You know what I mean? So sometimes you could kind of gauge the quality. them where they're at, like how entertaining the show is, how fun they are, and where their subs at, the subs should be higher.
Yeah.
But it's very hard now on YouTube. There's so many people.
Yeah.
It's very, very hard to break out. But they should be at a better place.
Okay.
And with the fact that they keep doing it, they're just getting better and better. So they should always be growing. I think it's a good show. Like if I had an official network, they're the first show I'd sign.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I watch it every Monday.
Yeah. No, they're a good show. Yeah, they go on right after 2 Drink Minimum on Mondays. So it's because we go live on 2 Drink Minimum. So it's like a perfect. There's a lot of people who will carry over. That's cool. They'll be like, I still want some podcasting, and they're like, oh, we're here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's a smart move. No, I like those guys, the Jofo guys.
Yeah.
They've been on twice. Bring them on again. Yeah.
Cool.
I forgot how I met them though.
They're just like apparently they're like big like they're trolling like the Montreal.
That's how I met them. Yeah.
That was funny.
I like a good troll.
Yeah. And everyone's like, stay away from them. They're trouble. And I'm like, oh, let me see what they're up to.
That's what happened to me too. Same thing. Stay away from me. Stay away. They're trouble. I was like, trouble, you say?
Yeah. And then I would troll them. Like anytime they would post, I'd be like, hey, forget about it. Go fuck your mother. You shit like that. And I every time they would post, and then they had finally reached out. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
They I think they had reached out, and then I think I was cool to go on their show because I got very aggressive with them in the direct messages.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but not really. Like it's just how I talk. Like I'm very direct and I fuck around. I bust balls. But if you know me, you know what I'm doing. But there's some people that don't get it. But these guys right off the bat, they were kind of like, I don't know if he likes us or not because he called us faggots. But he invited us on his show, so like it's this and that. But it's just how I talk. Like first of all, I won't insult you. I won't if I don't like you. I will ignore you if I don't like you, So the fact that I was just busting balls, but they got it, they came on, they just weren't sure, like, is this guy fucking serious? But no, I like them a lot. They're cool dudes, and I think what they do is fun. It's funny and fun, entertaining. I think they're just gonna keep growing. They just need to keep getting bigger and bigger, and they're gonna be at a good place. But so yeah, because I'm very aggressive with the direct message. Sometimes I'm very direct, like this place, this time, be here, So sometimes people are like, is he mad?
Yeah, I know. You just said like Saturday 3 p.m. and I'm like,
oh yeah, same thing with you. Yeah, it's just how I message.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it was just direct.
But you get it. You're like, it says direct. What do you want me to say? Well, listen here, and it's just like this. You ask me directions. I'm just giving you directions. It has nothing to do with my emotions. It's just take the information.
And then it's up to me to figure it out.
Yeah, I just send you a map, a well drawn map. So no, I like those guys. But that's what I want. I want here. So you saw the other studio. So part of the idea with that is we're getting a lot of emails now from non-entertainment, non-comedy people, and it's a little difficult for us to navigate that because we don't want to exclude people, but we prefer artists are here because we want people who like rent that space to like introduce them to other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's let's say you have a show and you're doing it in there, and then after it's the Jofo guys and you don't know each other, then you meet, then you collaborate, then you
cool.
like so it could grow, kind of like what the New York scene does. Like they're growing, they help each other out and they grow.
Makes sense. I mean, why can't that happen anywhere else?
That's what I've been saying for the longest time. I think it could happen here. Plus, I want to have like the English and the French scene kind of come a little together, meet each other, and do collaborations to help it grow. Because there's a lot of talent here that is being unused. Like we have a lot of shitty people in the industry too. Like we have a lot of comics that are not comics, but we do have a lot of really good ones that don't get recognition. Like there's guys here that I absolutely adore, and I'm like, fuck man, if they were in a different city, they'd be the shit.
Yeah.
And they're fucking here and they're not getting the respect they deserve,
Yeah.
And then we have people here that I'm like, this guy should fucking quit. And fucking 60 years old just he's like, I'm gonna break out. My fucking lettuce bit. They're gonna get it sooner or later.
There's a lot of stupid fucking idiots going around. But I mean, now nobody's doing comedy, so we're all just not comedians anymore. I always say like I used to be a comedian. I always say that
in the old world.
Yeah, I used to be a comedian. Like now I'm just the guy that eats hamburgers on YouTube.
Still a comedian.
Yeah, but now I'm a hamburger eater.
And you're a podcaster.
Yeah, sure.
That show's a podcast. That show that you do with the girlfriend. That's a podcast. Yeah.
I'm a podcaster.
I mean, anything audio. What was the definition of a podcast? I think anything that you put up as an audio kind of show is a podcast.
Okay.
So there are, that's what I'm telling you. There's 2 million fucking podcasts.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
2 million, bro. Think about that. Worldwide.
Dude, I wish I had 2 million.
I wish I could get $1 off all these podcasts. If you want to start a podcast, pay me $1.
I wish I had 2 million anything. 2 million pencils.
You can make money off 2 million pencils.
Yeah. Make $2,000 off 2 million pencils.
Are you doing any acting?
No, I don't.
Can't
I'm
act?
so fucking bad at acting. Like I say I'm bad. Like I did a sketch where like I did like a fake audition where my girlfriend would like do these emotions, do these actions. And it was a funny video just because I was trying my best to be an actor. Like I'd be like, be happy. And it'd be like,
It is awkward. It's awkward.
But I don't know. What am I gonna act? I act in my own shit. I'm no interested in acting at all.
No, huh?
No, I mean I'll act if friends want me to act and shit, but I'm not gonna go to auditions and stuff like that. I don't.
Maybe I have because we're gonna start doing a sitcom thing on the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm absolutely fucking there. No, you know what I mean.
No, because I've thought of shit that I was like, oh, he might fit in this and all that. So I was gonna call you for that stuff.
It's just that.
That's what I mean by I don't mean like if you're going out to auditions. I mean if you're gonna act for me, sir.
Oh, I mean I could be like just funny on camera, but like it's not like acting. Like I'm not. Like I love. Like I do a lot of post production, so like I see a lot of acting on video.
Do you ever watch people when you're editing, like, and you're like, fuck, that's a good actor, or fuck, that's terrible?
Yeah, I always see like now I'm doing a lot of like vlogs for like ad agencies, so I'm seeing people have their fun as I'm like editing their fun, and I'm like, these people are not that good at having fun. I'm better than having fun. These assholes.
Yeah, they don't know how to have fun.
Yeah, they're just like mean. I feel like to each other, or like they just get way too drunk and yell at each other, and I'm like, these people are fucking vlogging. What's going on,
dude? Have you noticed since you're editing? Have you noticed the influx of corporate people that are trying to join our world, and we were supposed to be we were considered offensive, but they're actually mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed too. I've noticed them like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, it's just, it's just humor online. It's just hedgy. I'm like, no, man, Jesus Christ.
It's like just, or like.
You had a joke about fucking his dead mother, dude. That's he's your coworker. What are you talking about? Like, you have to go to the water cooler with him.
But then I have to like edit around that and make the guy seem like super awesome and his friends are funny and like, but really like no one is funny. And I just, I edit it to make them seem funny, where like a guy says a bad joke and then I go to another scene where they all laugh or whatever, and they're like,
this guy's a genius.
Yeah, and so whatever. I don't know. It's fun, but it's a little soul crushing
sometimes.
Yeah, like I wish I could just do whatever the fuck. Like I always tell like my girlfriend, like if she ever becomes like my manager or whatever, she controls all the money. I just want to do whatever the hell I want. I don't even want the money. I just want to just walk around like a guy that could do anything with not a care in the world,
Well, job-wise, I guess you could do that if you continue.
Yeah, I mean,
because you get your own contracts enough.
Yeah, no. The thing is, like, let's say I got like a new job recently, right, where it's like way more like pay, way more like interesting work, and my girlfriend's like, "Wow, you should be really happy." Yeah, and I'm like, "No, now I gotta do the work. Like, I want a thing to do work. I didn't just make $1 million. I want a thing to do something that's hard now that people want to do, and I don't want to do it, but like something propels me to do it because like society and my girlfriend, my mom and Jesus and Yoda
and just living in general, right?
Yeah,
I mean, this is what you have to remember is because I get that feeling, but you have to remember that you have to make some money. You have to live. Yeah. Because then it's going to make everything else more comfortable. You could create better as long as it doesn't crush your soul.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just that like anything, and like.
You just don't want to work.
You're a gamer, right? Yeah. Isn't the best time ever where you're like, I have the whole day to play a video game and nothing fucking else to do?
Dude, I have a psychological problem now.
Really?
If I have the whole day ahead of me and I could play a game, sometimes I'll feel so guilty that I'll stop playing the game. I'll be like, I should be doing something productive. And it's the craziest psychotic feeling. It's like, dickhead, you've been working for weeks without stopping. You have 4 hours.
Yeah.
Sit down and enjoy these 4 hours alone. You're not going to get them back. And I'm like, no, I should be productive. I should be writing. I should be doing this. And that is a fucking shitty way to be.
I know. Because like I miss how I used to play games. I used to play like Skyrim when I was like 18. I looked at the hours clocked in that game, like 400 hours. I'd play like 8 hours a day. Like, but it's not a way to live,
No, dude, you know what I did on the PS? Imagine the PS5, okay? You know what I was playing on the PS5? The Final Fantasy 7, not the remake, which I already beat that. The old Final Fantasy 7 game on the PS5.
That's crazy.
But it's a new version, which it's just a bit more polished, the graphics. Yeah. But you know what they added? Cheating.
Oh, but also like the ability to like walk faster and shit, right?
They did that which was fine for me because there's some moments where I just wanted to speed up. Yeah. But they added the ability, and I did it by accident. I was like, what the fuck's going on? If you push in the right analog stick, you're basically, you always have your limit.
Oh my God.
And your health just automatically regenerates. You're unbeatable.
Huh.
So I was like, what's the point of putting a Superman button in an RPG game?
People like games like Ubisoft games where they basically hold your hand, right? And they just like the story and the atmosphere and the ambiance, right? Final Fantasy, if you're like some old bastard that wants to go back and play Final Fantasy, you don't actually want to play the game. You just want to like relive your childhood, you know? Like, oh my God, when I wasn't a loser and I had all my hair, you know?
Yeah, I used to play. Maybe it's that. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Like now I just watch Let's Plays or like walkthroughs online of like Donkey Kong. And I'm like, I got my fix. I don't got to find my Super Nintendo now.
It's weird that we want that fix.
Yeah.
Is that feeling.
Oh yeah, that's my whole day. My whole day is like finding fixes and like getting them, like eating because I always describe like, or I always talk about like the whole day is just shit, right? And then you eat food and you're happy for those moments.
Love that.
So I make sure the shit I eat is like my favorite meal ever. Always, I always try to make that my favorite meal
because it's that moment. You're like, no, if I'm gonna enjoy this moment, I'm gonna maximize it.
Yeah, because the whole day, like work, it's not shit. But, you know, it's not what I want. I want to. You know, work is boring. TV's dog shit. Movies are all shit now.
Yeah.
Everything is awful. And then I have the best sandwich ever.
And you're like, you know what? This is good. It was a good day.
Well, so now I just record myself eating a sandwich and talking about how much I love the sandwich. And people in the comments love that. They're like, you look like you're really enjoying yourself.
And people can relate because you're saying it right now. Mm-hmm. And I could imagine myself eating a delicious sandwich and just like, yeah, that's a good feeling.
And I talk shit, you know. I have this.
Do you eat fast or slow?
Let's say the video is at least 10 minutes long or whatever.
For one sandwich.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, that's a slow eater.
Well, let's say I probably record for 20 minutes. So I eat very slow and then I talk, you know.
Do you normally eat slow or just with video?
I eat everything. I just eat so fast.
Me too.
Yeah.
I eat like someone's going to steal my food. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
I've never changed. Sometimes I'm conscious of it and I still eat. It's not even eating like a pig. I don't eat sloppy, but you don't realize like, wait a second, when the fuck did he finish? Like it's just very, very quick. I don't know why.
My girlfriend's from the UK, right? So she's all like fancy and bullshitty or whatever. She looks at me the way I eat. So Greeks don't really use forks, right? It's all like hand food.
It's all hand food. It's fingers, yeah.
And I told her, I'm like, and then she taught me how to use a knife. The knife is as useful as the fork, apparently, to transfer the food into your mouth. I thought the knife was meant to just stab the thing and cut it open. But you go like this and like that. It's like chopsticks, basically. It's like,
really? Tell her to shut the fuck up. And
dumb bitch.
Tell her to shut the fuck up and tell it to the queen. Tell it to the queen. No, she is right though. That's how you're. Yeah.
It's crazy. Let's say we eat spaghetti. She brings a spoon to the spaghetti.
Okay, that's just crazy.
She takes the thing instead of like rolling it like this. She uses a spoon to go like that. Which makes sense, right?
Look, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with any of this wizardry.
No.
This is what I would do.
Fancy shit.
Put the fork in there and then spin it around a bit and fucking put a fistful in my mouth.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get away. Put a fistful. Oh, I could put more.
And I choke a bit.
Choke it. You might die.
Yeah.
There's the risk of dying with every meal you eat if you're me or you. But you know what? That makes it that much more special.
Yeah.
You're so close to the edge.
Yeah. I fantasize about like dying with my favorite meal in my mouth.
You know what? That was a good death.
People are like, do CPR. And I'm like, just let it go, man. Just let it go, man.
I win. If I had a choice of how I'm going to go out.
Yeah.
You ever, when you were young, did you think about what you're going to be doing when you're older?
Never. I never think more than like my girlfriend's like, the future, kids, we might move. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm editing. La, la, la.
You think you're in the moment.
Maybe like a week, like, you know, month to month or whatever. Like I was working somewhere every year. I'm always like kind of pushing myself to make more money and all that. But like, it's always out of necessity, never out of like thinking about it.
I think I plan ahead now of like what I want and I try to get to it. But I remember for years, I don't know why I thought I was never going to make it past 27.
Oh, really?
For some reason, I could never see past 27. I thought that, okay, 27, when I'm dead, then I got to make it all the way to 27. Huh. I don't know why I had that in my head that I'm not making it past 27. There was no world past 27 for me.
Yeah, that seemed old when I was a kid.
Yeah, and I thought I was going to be dead by then.
Yeah.
Because statistically, I'm dead by 27.
And then when you're 27, you're like, I'm young. I'm still cool.
I'm young. I'm still cool. And I was like, how are they going to get me? How is this year going to end? And then it came and went. Yeah. 30 came and went. And I was like, okay, maybe I got to start thinking. Mm-hmm. Maybe I got to start thinking, the universe might actually keep me alive. So I better be productive.
Yeah. I mean, it's in your head to be productive and all that shit. But I'm thinking more like life shit. Like, Oh man, like, because I think the moment I have kids, like, I gotta take the YouTube stuff, put it away, and then start working hard at, because I don't want to have time, because I work so much during the day, like my job, and then I work, extra to do my own shit. Then if I have a kid, I have to put him in a backpack, bring him around. I don't know, like do kid shit.
Gotta do kid shit,
play bingo with him. I don't know.
You know what the trick is?
No,
I don't know how to get to it, but the trick is you make that pastime your life. That's your livelihood.
Yeah,
so,
that's exactly. Yeah.
So if you, like, I thought about that with stand-up and shit. And then I was like, well, technically, if I have a kid, then I still got to keep leaving, going and doing stuff because I got to make money.
Yeah.
So it would still, but I wouldn't want to have a kid now. I'm thinking if I do ever have a kid, it would have to be minimum in 2 years if everything goes the way I'm planning. Because I want to be stable enough where the kid's going to be fine and I could do all this shit and then still have time for the kid. Because I would have to do less of this.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to not be there. I want to be there. I want to be like active, in the kid's life. I don't want to be like, I remember my dad. I think he was a clown or something. He would leave a lot. I don't want that. I want to be there. So I want to try to, but then again, no amount of planning ever goes the way you want it to go. And is there, you always think there's a right time. You never know the right time. You know when the right time is? When it fucking happens.
I know, that's what my girlfriend says.
That's what it's because you have no choice. Yeah. Well, you just made it the right time.
Yeah. I don't know. Luckily, my girlfriend's super supportive, and she gets it. Like, first she was like, who's this artistic, bummy comedian guy?
How'd you meet?
The internet.
Okay, so she didn't know. She had to get to know you.
Yeah. I said I was 6'2". Really, I'm 6. I'm.
Does she know yet?
8 inches, really 4. No. The internet, and then she came to like a couple of shows. I think I was like closing out Blue Dog one night, and I was like, come to that show, and I was like, for the love of God, let this be, because like you never know what Blue Dog.
Oh, dude, that's what I was gonna tell you.
Worst.
Were you praying? You're like, please let somebody show up.
Yeah, but it was like pretty packed, and it was fun and it was awesome, and she's like, you're fucking funny, you fucking cunt, or whatever. I'm like, thank you, bitch, or whatever.
You're fucking funny, you fucking cunt. Like, what is that?
It's Northern English.
Is she like? Where's she from?
Newcastle.
Newcastle. So is she a soccer fan? Does she like the?
Nah, she doesn't watch soccer. No, but I think her family does and all that shit.
They're probably Newcastle United fans.
I went all last summer. I was in the UK.
Oh yeah, are they Newcastle fans? They're Newcastle United.
Fuck, I think they're more into rugby.
Really?
Yeah.
Rugby is big too.
Yeah, I think they love, like, at least her brother likes rugby and shit. I don't know.
That's a tough sport.
I played rugby for 1 year in high school.
How was it?
It was because you train for it. You're like going around. You're like throwing the ball. You're like, this is fun. And you go on the field. Everyone's getting the first play. This dude, the nicest guy, he gets his arm
dislocated.
Yeah, dislocated. And he's like, well, see you later, guys. And we're like, sweet. And then my friend Peter, he was like terrified. He showed up the next practice with a watermelon to like give to everybody, and everybody just called him a homo and get out of here.
Wait, why did he show up with a watermelon?
He's friendly. He's a friendly guy. And they're like, there's no friendliness here. But
why a watermelon? That's such a weird.
It was not even a cut watermelon either.
He was a fucking just a full on watermelon. Dude, that's weird. He comes, he's like, what are we gonna do? Shove it up your ass? Get the fuck out of here, Peter.
I think he also thought it was funny.
Oh, it was. That is a hilarious move, though.
He also thought it was funny. Just whatever.
I brought you guys a watermelon. No knives, no plates, nothing.
We had to punch it open.
He's like, look, I didn't think this through. I'm a goddamn rugby player.
Yeah, but it was fun.
What'd you do in the UK?
I was in London. I did comedy in London for like a few weeks.
How was that?
Fucking amazing. It was amazing. Every show was packed and every show was amazing. And then like it was different. Like people, you do amazing or you do like have a good set. They would be like, come do this show. And like, all right. And the next night you do another show. And they're like, let's do this other show. And then they're like, oh, you ain't shit. Let's do that show. And it was like show after show after show. I did like 2-3 shows a night at one point. It was so fun.
You think they like the accent?
I think yeah.
Because we like their, you think maybe for them it's the same?
Oh my God. I think because like I was buying a hot dog and the guy's like, oh my God, you have a beautiful accent. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I was like, yeah, you make beautiful hot dogs, And so it was a perfect.
Like, you have a beautiful accent. You're like, that's DeRoche. This is an authentic Park X accent. Yeah. You're welcome. Gracing you with it.
But then I did comedy in Newcastle, which is Northern England. Everyone's like an asshole out there. And because like London is like it's nice. London is like.
They're sophisticated.
Yeah, they're supposed to be, There's also different pockets of good garbage. But like Newcastle is like rough. I did this show. It's called the Stand Comedy Club in whatever.
That's a good name.
And yeah, it was cool. And my girlfriend was like terrified. It's her hometown, you know. She was like, she thought like people were gonna like hate my accent, but like I probably had the best set of my entire life. I couldn't believe it. And then, and yeah, I'm just bragging.
So it was. So they liked you in the UK.
Oh my God, yeah. I might move to the UK with my girlfriend in the next few years. You know.
Well, you can do what you do from anywhere.
Yeah, but she wants to move to the UK.
What does she do?
She's a scientist.
Oh shit! You gotta go wherever she goes.
Doing her PhD.
You gotta go where she goes. She's important to society.
Yeah.
We can't hold these people down.
She's doing a little bit of COVID research too and shit like that. Yeah.
What has she uncovered?
Well, she goes into the sewers. This is so. It's not even that. It's like
She's a Ninja Turtle enthusiast.
she gathers like whatever shit water and she puts it in a machine and then they're like they analyze how much COVID is in that.
Look,
water.
I don't know if there's any way to tell you this nicer. Your girlfriend is not a scientist. She is a crackhead.
She's just like in the sewer.
How funny would I? Why are you in the sewer? I'm a scientist. What?
Eating shit.
Yeah.
That's what a crackhead does.
So is she analyzing like like people how their bodies reacting to it and shit?
Like it's almost like trying to figure out how many people like can it travel through water and also how much of the population like you can judge how many people in like a city or like a town has it depending on how much it is in the water.
I don't know if that's true. I'll tell you why. Some people take exceptionally huge shits.
Yeah, well, luckily
They're skewing the ratio.
They got a really, really cool machine that shakes the shit off, and then you see the little
particles,
the little jizz, COVID jizz particles.
So what does she discover? What's going on? How rampant is it in our poop?
I don't know. I think that she's able to like see if the new strain is in the water and shit. And I think I don't know. She talks,
do we have the new strain?
Yes, I think so.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Should we be scared?
Well, apparently Boris Johnson, the leader of the UK, said that this new strain from the UK is 30% more lethal than the last pussy one.
Really?
Yeah. And it's not really. I see it on like if you Google it, but it's not on Reddit or anything. I can't find it. But
so
it's
COVID-20 is more hardcore.
Yeah. But I think it's the same COVID, but it's like just a new guy, you know, a new type.
So they're calling it COVID-20, I would assume, since the other one was 19, because I guess, or 21, because they keep changing it based on year.
I thought they were basing it. Is it year?
Like 19, I thought it was because of 2019.
Oh,
because it came out in 2019.
Oh shit!
It just ruined our 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it came out in 2019. So I think this one's like COVID-20 or COVID-21, whatever the fuck they're gonna call it. When I guess if they already covered it, it's probably 20.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're calling it, but
so 30% more lethal.
Yeah, that's what Boris Johnson said. I don't know if he's lying. I don't know if he made it up.
Maybe he didn't make it up. Maybe he's just. Yeah. That's what he heard?
Yeah. Well, no, a scientist told him or whatever, his medical friend.
But this is Britain. Like scientists who people in like, are they wearing robes and shit? They have scepters.
Listen, they
local scientist, Bob the Wizard. You know, like James the Alchemist.
So they're fucking vaccinating people like crazy out there. Like 400,000 people in a day they're vaccinating. That's pretty good.
Is anyone dying?
Yeah, it's worse. It's kind of like the U.S., the way people are dying out there. Too.
I mean, with the vaccine.
Oh, no. I don't think anyone's dying. I don't know.
Some people are dying because of the vaccine.
Yeah.
But they're old too. Like, was it?
Like in Denmark.
Hank Aaron?
Hank Aaron?
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's a baseball player, I think.
He died of COVID vaccine?
Yeah, well, I don't know what. They said undisclosed, but 2 weeks ago he took the vaccine and he's like, he was showing it off on the internet. They're like, this is to motivate black people to get the vaccine. And then 2 weeks later, he's dead.
Oh my God.
So I was like, it's not funny, but it's fucking funny.
That's fucking
The timing is hilarious.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you're old, when you're in your 80s.
He was in his 80s.
He's 86, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything could take you out.
Yeah.
Anything could take you out. So even the vaccine could take you out. I mean, but, you know, I mean, without the vaccine, you could have been taken out too.
I know. I don't know. I watched your podcast a little bit of with Preach, right? He said he got it and he's like he's can't even like wake up or whatever in the morning.
Now he's getting better, but for months he was drilled and his wife got it. You wouldn't even know. She coughed once. Abba had it and like 2-3 days later Abba's fine. So you don't know how it's gonna hit you.
I don't want that long coat. So now I'm like scared of that. Like I didn't know. I thought it was like, oh, if you're a strong, healthy man, you'll be fine. But now it's like if you get it, there's a chance that it's gonna like fuck you, you know? And I don't whatever. We're far enough, you know.
We're far enough, but also I don't think honestly, if you ask your girlfriend, she'll tell you too. Statistically, me and you are in the safe range. Mm-hmm. Like even if we get it, I'm saying, if we get it, we're at worst. We'll have that long 2 weeks and we'll, you know, but for us to get those lasting symptoms of fucking up our lungs or taste for a long time, it's very, very rare. Like even Preach is a huge outlier. Like he's one guy from. Well, look at ABBA. Look at all these. It's very. But it doesn't mean don't be safe. Yeah. Obviously, be safe. Like I got my. I'm not licking handrails out there and shit. No, I don't see anyone. I'm literally home in studio all the time. So
I'm licking my own handrail, so I know where my germs are. You
No,
know?
but what do you do apart from going to the store? That's where you really see. Same thing with me. Yeah. It's home here, so it's not like I get it many surprises. Plus, when I bring guests in, like it's now, especially as guys that I know, the French cast is getting a little difficult because I've noticed that a lot of French Canadian guests that I want to get on, they're very scared of not just COVID, but they're scared of like, oh, what if I come out and the cops get mad at me? It's like, well, you're allowed. It's the middle of the day. You're allowed to come out. Like, Jesus, calm down. They get very scared of the government. Yeah, it's ingrained in them. It's in their fucking their own national anthem. What, to be scared of the government? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even I don't know. It's a Canadian thing, I think, to be that scared of the government. Fucking, I mean, you see like Legault now trying to be friendly on Instagram. No, what do you do? He's like doing, if you want to be happy, you go snowboarding. And he's like on a fake snowboard in his backyard, like pretending he's snowboarding now. Is that what he's being goofy? He's trying to be like friendly because he said a bunch of fucked up shit lately. Dude, he put a curfew on us. Like this guy's fun. Not only did he put a curfew, homeless people are dying. And he's like, yo, can we stop giving homeless people tickets? He's like, no, because then regular people will pretend to be homeless. It's like so the logic of a retard. It's insane. And he's like, look at me snowboarding now. He's trying to be friendly and shit. He's trying to look goofy. And then I don't know if it's going to work. He posted another one being like, if you work from home, you got to stay hydrated or whatever, shit like that, you know? What? You know what's crazy is, man, I don't know if does he honestly believe this will work? Like, does he honestly believe people will forget that he's fucking, put a curfew and basically not giving a shit about homeless people and they're going to forget because of a snowboarding video? I wouldn't forget. No. And he's going to extend the curfew, man. I think so too. Because they said, so February 11th or whatever, we're stopping there, right? And he's like, oh, we're not going to talk about that yet. Fuck, man. Yeah. I'm going a little cuckoo. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going a little cuckoo. I don't know if I'm going cuckoo. I think more rights-wise it's bothering me. Yeah. Especially the curfew. You know what bothers me about the curfew, dude? Everything was already closed. Mm-hmm. No one's out there. So the curfew to me was just this extra fuck you. Yeah. That's how I felt. Because I was coming here every night anyway, right? So I see how many people are out after 8. It's dead. Wow. It's obviously more dead with the curfew, but there was no one. Like, it's to stop people. Somebody wrote me. It's to stop all those parties happening in the parks. Yeah, like, anymore, have you ever been here? Like, you know how cold it is in the winter. No one's going out to have a party. What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, summertime. I've been to many park parties. Summertime, not in the winter. Yeah, no. Dude, even here, it's fucking freezing today. Just to get here now in the middle of the day, it's fucking freezing. Yeah. It's just, again, imbecilic thoughts. We didn't need that. With all the rules that we had, that's not what we needed. What we needed is to keep the schools closed, do them online for a while longer, let it die out a bit, maybe another month or two. That's what we needed. We didn't need to stop people from working and, adults that were being mature about things. We didn't need to end their lives. God, I'm nostalgic for, like, the beginning of COVID when everyone was scared. That was exciting COVID. That was like I was in a movie. I was too scared. I was terrified. I was over scared. It was too much. But looking back, it's kind of fun. Okay. I see what you're saying. But I was traumatized. Because you know what happened to me is I also saw right away the second day when shit started to close down. So I was sick. This was crazy about it. So the week starts on Monday. On the Friday, we're supposed to do a show at Leonardo da Vinci Center with Guido Massimo, all that stuff. Originally, I was supposed to go there was a Compound Media show in Philadelphia. And I had to be like, I can't go, guys, because I have a show in Montreal I already booked on Friday. And then Mike's like, I'll go to Philadelphia. So Mike was going to leave the city. Like everything, so it starts on Monday. Mike's going to be away for the week. Like everything is like all setting up. And I started getting sick. I started doing a couple of shows in French, meeting people, but I felt very sick that week. You start hearing little things about coronavirus. Yeah. It's not really a big deal here. You're thinking about Italy, like it's not really a big deal. It starts Monday now. Tuesday comes by, I start hearing, there's a bit of fears of virus. Kind of like, it's not a real thing. Mike's planning his trip. Wednesday comes by, I'm feeling really sick. I'm like, do you think maybe I have this? But it can't be that serious, right? Then rumors start circling Thursday about lockdowns. Mike decides, they just said that they might lock down. I can't, I'm canceling. So Mike's staying in Montreal. So already that's a serious thing when somebody's like, I'm canceling a flight. So in my head, I'm like, it's starting to seem pretty serious. Then people start asking to not go to the show, to cancel tickets. They're scared of being around people. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this is pretty scary. And now, do I want to do the show? Because I'm sick. Maybe. So I paid money to go to that private clinic in TMR to get blood tests because I was panicking. Even though when I walked in, the doctor was like, yeah, you don't have the corona. I was like, oh, you don't fucking know. Like, you know. And I was like, I know. And he's like, first of all, this is the funniest thing, bro, to make fun of me. He goes, first of all, because I told him, what do you know? This is a new thing. Yeah, I know you're a doctor, but this is a new thing. I did some studying. I think I know. And he's like, well, first of all, you're wearing that mask backwards. I was wearing the mask like inside out, like the regular mask. I was wearing the blue side or whatever. And I was like, touche, doctor. You know, like fucking guy. Like he's like, you know, I was trying to act smart. He's like, dude, you didn't even wear the mask properly. Like, get the fuck out of here. Anyways, so the show, we have to cancel. Postpone, I guess, for a week or something. Like, oh, things will get better. Saturday comes along. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. We do 2 drink minimum with Akash Singh. He's
okay. I remember that week. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Dude, so that week,
town.
This is how fucked up it is. We're with him on the show and we shoot the shit. We're talking a little bit about the coronavirus. The show ends. I start looking on Twitter and stuff. Dude, they're talking about closing the border.
Crazy.
So he's like, are they serious? And then I'm like, maybe your show tonight, you shouldn't do your show tonight. Maybe you should go to New York before they close the borders.
Yeah.
I messaged David at the time. And David's like, yeah, tell him to come by, get his money. And to just fuck off because we're gonna close it. Like that's how it got. Yeah, it got to like literally. It was a Friday or Saturday. It got to the point where it was like he should leave. So he went there to get his loot to leave right away because we thought the way they were saying we're gonna close the borders. Once you're in, you're in. Once you're out, type of shit. So then I was like, what the fuck? How did I end that weekend? I watched that movie Contagion or whatever the fuck people told me to watch.
Dude, I think everybody watched
that
shit.
Dude, those motherfuckers scared the shit out of me. I was like, it's everywhere. You know, I'd get the groceries and shit, and I would be Purell on all of it and stuff. Dude, I was going crazy. I was going fucking mad because that whole week it was like a buildup, like, oh, this. And then at the end when he's like, I got to go to New York before they close the borders. I was like, close the fucking borders? This is crazy. We canceled the show, all that stuff. I was like, oh my God, the world is ending. Freaked out. Yeah, I went crazy because it was a slow buildup from the beginning of the week to hearing coronavirus was like in the news, but I didn't know what it was. To the end of the week, I got to get out of the country, the border, this and that. Scared the shit out of me.
Dude, I was following it since like January, right?
Oh, I wasn't.
Dude, because I was at a job, I was at an office like editing and shit, and I just was kind of, it's such a horrible thing to say, but praying that like the office would be shut down eventually.
Because of coronavirus?
Dude,
oh,
yeah.
So you already from January, you're like, oh, this is going to be big.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like updating everybody, like, oh, everybody, there's this many now in here. And then like I remember the first, whatever news thing, first case in Montreal. I was like, everybody, the first case, everyone's like, all right, shut up, whatever. And then like I got the office shut down a week before the lockdown. I sent a long text message. I'm like, guys, this is fucked up. Like, and then everyone agreed one by one, and the office shut down. I showed up to the office to gather my shit. Like at the end of the day, the owner of the company had his like head in his hands. He was like, "What the fuck, Gabriel?" And I'm like, "Listen, man, we're shutting down like next week, 100%." And it shut down, and it was crazy.
Oh fuck, dude.
Dude, I got everybody out of there. Everybody was. I was like telling the other editors like, we should tell the office to shut down. They're like, no, you do it. Because like they didn't, in case to get in trouble. And I'm like, listen, I don't give a fuck. And I did it. And I felt like
it worked.
I felt like a hero, man.
You were a hero.
Dude, I got to work from home.
You were a hero. You ruined a man's life.
Well, he's fine now. I don't know.
You know what's fucked is that my buddy Homer, he didn't care. And he flew down with a bunch of other people to some island. Like those parties, raves or whatever the fuck, people do. And then he left before everyone else because he's like, I don't know. And then I told him, I go, dude, they're closing the borders. One of my comedian friends, he left for New York because he was scared of getting stuck. You might want to, he's like, wow, fuck. So he started to panic. So he's like, he left before everyone, took another flight, but it would only take him as far as Philadelphia.
Okay.
Everything was fucked up.
God.
So he gets to Philadelphia, he rents a car. He's like, I got to go home. And he drives from Philadelphia to Montreal. And when he got to the border, apparently the border guy's like, oof. He goes, dude, one day later, like, cause we're getting ready to close shit, like we're fucking panicking of it. He's like, I know. He's like, what the fuck? So he got to Montreal on time, and then his friends came later, and some of the girls that were with them ended up getting coronavirus. Yeah, one of them did like an interview, like online. Not an interview. She was on Instagram. You guys have to take this seriously. I have many sniffles. And I was like, what is this? I go, this is just some ugly girl. He's like, no, it's because she's not wearing makeup. So I go, but what is she dying? He's like, no, she's talking about how she has the virus. And then she was fine. I was like, well, why is she making a video? I have sniffles, very serious sniffles. I don't feel too well. Fever. Yeah, you have the flu. You know, coronavirus is very dangerous. And then she was fine like a week later.
Okay.
But it was just one. But that video initially made me panic.
Yeah.
He's like, look, my friend is sick. I was like, you know? Yeah.
I do miss that shit though.
Why do you miss that panic?
I miss being terrified because I was like, I need to go to SAQ and get as much booze as possible. And about $200 worth of like Jameson and like gin and shit.
Like, I'm going to be, if we're ending this, I'm going to do it hammered.
And then, I remember just because at the time I was living with, Jason Sellin. They were in here. Yeah, Jason Sellin and Sarag. I was living with them.
I got to call Sarag. Sarag should come here too.
Sarag's the best, man. Sarag's, dude, he'd fucking kill it here. He'd be so funny. But I was living with them at the time and it was like kind of like a fun little like, okay, we're all off work. Let's just all drink and chill and watch TV together and look at the news and terrifying.
The world is ending.
Yeah. And then I moved in with my girlfriend later that year.
Oh, dude, did you decide to move with her in the summer when things were going back to normal for a bit? Yeah. That was your pocket.
Oh yeah, it was great. No, it was good. I like living with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's great.
Yeah.
You live in Park X?
No.
Oh, where?
Not too far from here.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
15 minutes from here, yeah.
Oh.
I moved a few years ago. 2 years ago, I think. 2-3 years ago, yeah.
Fun.
But obviously, I have to be close because it's like a magnet. Like anywhere I go that's too far away from Park X, I feel like it's too rural.
I lived in NDG for a bit. I liked it, but it was a little too whitey. Hello, hey.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Nice dog, girl.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that, not because there's anything wrong with it, because I didn't grow up with it. So it's weird to me. I can't.
I live in Mile End now, which is pretty close.
Oh, Mile End, you're close.
Yeah.
You're fine. Mile End, like Plateau.
Like Mount Royal and Saint Urbain.
Oh, okay. Though. You're
Next
fucking
to
very
PA.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're very close, dude.
Yeah.
Next to which PA? New or old?
Nature.
That's
old school.
Old school. Yeah. Where Laurier is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like New PA.
Oh, yeah. I go there all the time.
Yeah, New PA is big. It's nice. I haven't been there in a while because it's out of my way.
Uh-huh.
I'll go to Metro instead. But I like PA.
Yeah,
So,
I love it.
I have a lot of like I do. What I remember is finding years ago, because there's friends that you can't see them together, like mixing. You're like, okay, these would never work. Did you ever work at PA?
Downtown.
Okay, so because I remember one of the most classic characters in Park X is Brass. Is John Brass?
Yeah. He's fucking amazing.
So he's
so funny.
Seeing him makes you happy.
Yeah.
So fuck it. And he has like, if you ever hear John Brass stories, not even from him, from people around him of stuff he's done, it's hilarious. He's one day I want to do that. I want to just tell people about John Brass. So anyways, John Brass is one segment of my reality, one segment of society, right? And I remember one time, I forgot where the fuck it was, like pictures came out or whatever, and he was hanging out with my buddy Milton's little sister because they all worked to get, like her boyfriend at the time worked with him at PA. It was one of those, I laughed for maybe 20 minutes. It was one of those situations where like, these two can't be, this isn't real life. How are they mixing? It doesn't make any sense, And I was trying to rationalize it in my head, thinking of all the John Brass stories. And then, Milton's sister's crew like that. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So whenever I think of PA now, that's what I think. I think of the ungodly unities of people, people meeting who should never meet.
Yeah. It's like a bus station, that place. You're just like running in and out of like people are quitting and not getting hired. And
Yeah.
I feel like I always would say, because my brother is like, I think he's the manager. I don't know what his role is, but the manager of the Nature PA, basically, right?
The one down the street, yeah.
Yeah. And I always said, like, if my life goes horrible, at least I could always get a job at PA. Because like I have a lot of family that works in that in PA. It's crazy. Like they hire all the Greeks and all the Indians, basically.
It's Greeks and Indians a lot there. Even Bashar. Oh, you know what's fucking crazy?
Yeah, I got him the job.
Really?
Well, I referred him to my brother and shit. And
I didn't know who Bashar was initially. And then even before I really met Bashar and started talking to him and stuff, Poseidon was shocked because Poseidon was at PA buying something. And Bashar goes up to him. He's like, "You're Poseidon, right?" And Poseidon's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I love your shit, man. I watch you on the podcast." And Poseidon's like, "Who the fuck is this guy? How does he know?" Like, because Poseidon forgets that he's online. He forgets that people watch any of the shows. So every time he gets approached, now he's got used to it. But he used to get scared. He's like, "Whoa!" Like he thinks you're going through his stuff. He doesn't realize that he's putting it out in the public. So he's like, some Indian guy came up to me, and I was like, "Yeah." Like he was all aggressive. Yeah, and he's like, "He likes me. He finds me funny. What the fuck, bro?" And I was like, "What?" He didn't say anything bad. He said he likes your shit. He's like,
That's
"Yeah."
fucking amazing.
I was like, "Yeah, that's because he saw it. It's a fan, bro." He's like, "Oh, weird." And then I met Bashar doing open mics. And he's like, "I saw Poseidon." I was like, "You're the Indian guy he was talking about." And I was like, "Oh, that's fucking hilarious." And then Bashar got a Kosh to do the show because they were together. And he's like, "Yo, when are you doing 2 Chick Minimum?" I go, oh, tomorrow, I think we're recording whatever. And he's like, Akash is here for the Nest. You know, he's doing your shows.
Yeah.
Should I tell him to come? And we're like, yeah, fuck, we love him. And we like that whole universe. Like Schultz, we met him at the Just for Laughs. Super nice. So we're like, fuck, man, if he wants to come, he's more than welcome. And that's how it was through him. And even my Discord, which now is like, there's a couple hundred people on there. We watch movies, do all this. Bashar started the Discord.
Bashar? I didn't know this.
Dude, people don't know. Pantelis Discord was started by Bashar.
Dude, I got Bashar into comedy.
Dude, Bashar, I didn't know what anything was. I didn't know what Discord was. And he's like, you should start a Discord.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then I go, what the fuck is this, Bashar?
Holy shit.
He started, I think, Andrew Schultz's Discord too.
What?
Yeah, and then that's how he came to me. He's like, I'm telling you, I started that one. It works. You should do it. Fans could talk and they build a community. And I was like, this is some crazy hippie shit. He's like, it's not. I'm fucking telling you. And I go, okay, you started. He's the one who started it. He started.
He's all these secrets and shit.
Yeah, he started the Pantelis Discord. It was Bashar.
Dude.
Yeah, a lot of shit people like, you forget it. You don't think about it. Yeah. I really like Bashar. He's a good dude, but I think he moved to Toronto.
Yeah. Well, he works. He's a fucking genius programmer.
Yeah, he's a real adult.
Yeah. He's making a killing out there, man. Yeah, no, we knew Bashar. Me and my girlfriend knew Bashar like back in McGill and shit. You know?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we had known him for years.
I had met him a few years ago just from comedy, and then he became just one of the guys I liked seeing around.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he's the one who started Discord. Yeah.
Fuck.
And then from the Discord started. That's where like a lot of like the community, the Pantelis Nation started there. Movie nights, they watched the UFC on there, all that. That was all because Bashar was like, there's a lot of people watching your shit now. Like, why don't you give them a place where they could talk to each other? It was all him. It was his idea. I had nothing to do with it. He started it. He was posting memes. He had like the meme dump that's on there. Like there's all kinds of memes. He started the meme dump. That was his. He started meme dump. It became like a thing. It was all him.
Dude, I gotta get him to set me up with something. Fuck this guy.
You should. And then everybody else. Then we got like Helsan, Trey, like all these other guys that jumped on. This girl Amelie, like, and they understood it because I didn't get it, and they understood how to make it better. You know, like, oh, you should do this. So it's all people who know what they're doing that did it. Cool. Yeah, it wasn't. Cause people were like, oh, you thought of this. Your finger is on the pulse. My finger was up my ass. What are you talking about? It was other people that saw and knew what to do with it that helped me out.
Cool.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. Have you heard from Bashar?
Yeah, we sometimes Zoom with him and other friends for.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, he's up to something, outside of comedy. And
suspicious.
His life. No, I don't think he wants us to talk about it.
Oh, it's private shit that we're not going to talk
about.
It's
family. It's cool though. Yeah. It's great. It's like really out of nowhere, but it's awesome.
Yeah, well, as long as it's awesome, bro, good for him.
I love you, Bashar.
Yeah. I see him getting married sooner rather than later.
What the?
That's what I think is going to happen, yeah. I think he's going to get Indian married, guaranteed. Yeah. They're going to find a girl for him.
Indian matchmaker.
Yeah, something like that. But, he's a good dude. Yeah. I wish that he would just stick in comedy a bit, maybe after.
Yeah, he's probably going to stick.
His plan was to get a real job, I think, for a couple of years, save up money, and then go back to stand-up.
That's the bad idea for stand-up. It's more like save up money and buy a fucking car
and
house,
drive around. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, stand-up, you think he's going to... It's such a weird fucking... I think about it, like, just when I started doing stand-up, like in 2012, just open mics and shit. Mm-hmm. It's a losing game in this city.
Yeah.
Like, the opportunity for success is so small.
Yeah, there's none. You just gotta make it your own.
You have to make it your own. It's the only fucking way. Like somebody asked me, would you redo everything now that you know what you know?
Yeah.
Would you go redo it? And I don't think I would.
Really? I would absolutely. I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
It wasn't the platform wasn't as cheap as it was then.
I think knowing what I know now would mean that I would still have the memories, right? So I don't think I could put myself through another decade of that.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what I mean is like. Because another decade of all that to get to this. Oof.
No, I would get my ass handed to me on stage. It took me a fucking long time to get
your voice.
Not even like just to get, laughs, a lot of laughs here.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It was so embarrassing. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't even really remember. I remember like the worst bombs, but like it would just be shitty show after shitty show. And
like, why am I doing this?
Well, I eventually like made friends with comedians, and we all were like that, and we made like hang out with like Wasim and them, and just like at the shows, that would be the most fun bit, and then you do the show, and then over time you would get both bits would be as fun,
Yeah, for me it's always been the funnest. For me is always the green room.
Yeah,
it's always that. I like this.
Awesome.
I like the shooting the shit with comics. Then you go up, you do your job or whatever, or you're trying something new. And that's fun. Like I learned how to have fun with it. And then, I became better and better. In the beginning, it's like, well, how to structure things, where to put something, and how to deal with surprises. You know, that shit you learn by practicing. But the most exciting thing about going to the show was always, oh shit, I'm gonna get to see X person that's gonna be. That was always the most exciting thing, because
So we would it would be like me, Jason, Oren, Harrison.
That was a good class.
We'd Sarek, that's it, whatever. But a bunch of us would like hang out behind the show and drink beer, and people would call us the alley boys because we just hang out in alleys and drink beer like before and after, and then most of the time during the show, you know?
Especially during.
Yeah, so it was just like those days were fucking like that's how I was able to get better, just by being able to tolerate being at a show.
Yeah.
Because like first the nerves at the beginning, and then after it was just so boring being at a show, and then making friends, and then making the show like fun. Because I don't know, I hate watching stand up a lot of times. Like,
yeah, I've become very weird with it. There's only specific stand ups that I want to see. And then for many reasons. Number one, it's because I don't want to get influenced. I don't want to talk about the same stuff. And also because I see so much. It's I finally get what the fuck Theo Radomski was saying.
Oh, okay.
Theo, the sound guy at the Nest, had told me that years because he used to do stand up.
Oh, really?
He used to do like a form. Yeah, he used to do this funny bit, like the Space Gad Vagabond. He would go on and read. It was funny at the time. Like I saw him, I liked it. And he told me how he's like, you don't understand. He goes, I'm the sound guy at the comedy club. I see, all I've been seeing for years is comedy. Yeah. Any shit comedy, good comedy, fucking feminist comedy, misogynist, whatever you want. He goes, I've seen it. I can't anymore. He goes, it's out of me. It got so saturated, you know? Yeah. It's just, that's all he's seeing. And I finally get him. That's why now I pick and choose what I'm going to watch. I can't just be on stand-up all the time. It's impossible. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah. It's weird, you know.
And when he gives you a compliment, then you're like, "Oh, really? You actually like?" I'm not even. I just assume he's not paying attention.
He normally the last couple of years is not paying attention. If he's paying attention, it's either because it's good and he'll tell you. He's like, "Hey, I like this," because he would tell me like, "Hey, I like this new thing," or it's because he's like, "What the fuck was that?" Like I'm paying attention because the silence was deafening, you know. So it's the only time he'll pay attention because of all these years of just you've heard everything.
Yeah.
Gabriel, Omassi.
Dude, this was so much fun, man. I had a lot of fun.
It was delightful. You're going to come back. I'm going to bring you back another time. Let me know whenever you want to come on. Actually, just send me a message and we'll figure something out. Especially if you have something to promote. Yeah. It's the best time to come on. Gabriel Omassi, links in the description. Anything that we didn't mention that you want them to know?
I guess Instagram, Gab Omassi, and YouTube, Gabriel Omassi.
All in the description. I make it easy. They just got to click.
I Love You, I Kill You on Apple or whatever.
Wherever you get your podcast, I Love You, I Kill You is there.